It's a recreational dispensary here in Egg Harbor Township, and we have City Leaves here on the corner of the same building. So we're gonna see how much traffic each one of these get today.
What's good, Wanda? How you doing?
A full cart that's lighter on your
Oh
wallet.
man, vacation was good.
Use the code on screen for a $10.
Vacation was super good. Needed that in my life. Out there in Oklahoma City chilling. Yeah, it was good though. See if we see a hawk, y'all. They was out here deep this morning. It's like 3 of them. I see a cardinal. How my mic sound? My mic sound cool? It sounds good. Cool, cool. I didn't know if I had it too close to my mouth. I gotta finish this test, man. Shoot.
This lesson focuses on the following topics: refusing a sale, tips for slowing down, cutting someone off, refusing sales to minors, refusing second-party sales. Even though most people manage their drinking responsibly, sometimes it is necessary to manage someone's drinking for him or her. Telling a patron he or she has had too much to drink and that you can't sell anymore can be uncomfortable, if not difficult. After all, most sellers have been taught to give customers whatever they want. However, because alcohol can cause impairment, telling a customer you cannot sell anymore is sometimes necessary. Remember, selling to someone who is intoxicated or who is underage could be a liability to the business and a threat to public safety. When selling alcohol, it is your responsibility to sell responsibly. When you observe customers, what you are really doing is rating them. Use the SET technique to identify where a person is in a night of drinking. S equals sober, E equals enough, T equals too much. In order to rate your customers as S, sober, E, enough, or T, too much, your observation should include answering: 1. Is the customer rational, lucid, and able to make reasonable judgments and decisions? 2. Does the customer respond appropriately to questions and conversation? 3. How does the customer relate to other people? 4. Is the customer withdrawn and uninvolved with others at his or her table, or is he or she actively involved in conversation? 5. Does the customer respond appropriately to others? 6. Is the customer cooperative, demure, flirtatious, or subdued when responding to others? If you feel someone has had enough to drink, sometimes slowing someone down is easier than cutting him or her off. However, if someone needs to be cut off, do not hesitate to do so. Use the SET technique, sober, enough, too much, to determine what course of action is appropriate in each situation. Serve drinks with water on the side. Remove empty glasses before replacing them with fresh drinks. Avoid pitcher service when serving a group. Slow down service. Do not go past the table as often. Do not bring a drink for one person at another's request. Serve a large glass of water before bringing the next round. Divert attention away from drinking to dancing, pool, etc.
Really? You trying to get people beat up?
After determining with the SET technique that someone has had too much to drink, there are 8 steps you should take in cutting someone off. Verify your observations. Be non-judgmental and non-threatening. Remove alcohol from the table. Offer solutions. Be firm. Communicate your actions. Be prepared to back up your actions. Record the incident. Ask another employee, another server, bartender, or manager to observe the customer's behavior. If you both agree the person needs to be cut off, you can proceed knowing you have a backup should it become necessary. The customer is more likely to respond with anger and defensiveness if your statements are perceived as put-downs. Some examples of non-judgmental statements include: A. I'm sorry, I've served you as much as I am allowed. B. I'm sorry, I'm not allowed to serve persons under the age of 21. C. I'm sorry, but if I serve you another drink, we might lose our license, or I might lose my job. As you inform your customer you can no longer serve him or her, remove any remaining drinks from the table. This prevents further consumption of alcohol. By offering your customer solutions, he or she will realize you are concerned about his or her safety. Furthermore, it is your obligation to arrange safe, alternative transportation for the customer. You may fulfill this obligation by using one of these suggestions. If the customer is with friends and you have determined that someone else can safely drive the individual home, suggest that the friend take this responsibility. If the customer is alone, offer to call a cab, friend, or relative to pick the person up. If you work in a hotel, motel facility, offer to arrange for a room for the individual.
Not for free, though.
Do not allow the customer to bargain, intimidate, or argue with you. You have made your decision to refuse further service for good reason, and you must stick with your decision. It is best to leave the table after you have made your statement. This prevents
What's
being
up,
drawn
Toya?
into explanation, defenses, and arguments. You must inform your coworkers when a customer has been cut off. This prevents the customer from ordering alcohol from other unsuspecting coworkers. If your attempts to intervene with your customer fail, and all your efforts to arrange for safe alternative transportation have failed, you must be prepared to notify law enforcement authorities.
What's
If
up,
the customer
Rome?
insists on driving and refuses all offers for alternate transportation, it is your obligation to notify the police. It is important to record the facts concerning the incident. Should any questions concerning the incident arise at a later date, you will have a factual record of it.
Trying to get this alcohol test done, man.
If you have any doubt about whether or not the customer is of legal drinking age, it is better to play it safe and ask for an ID. Many places have different house rules in regards to who should be carded based on appearance. Often, such rules go as follows. If patrons look to be 25 years of age or less, card them, or if they appear to be 30 years or less, card them. In any case, carding the customer is the wise choice.
It's so I could deliver alcohol on Walmart Spark. My license was up June 2nd. So I got to redo the test so I could be able to deliver alcohol again. He doing good, Wanda. He doing pretty good. Well, I got all the cameras going today. Here they go with this weird ass shit.
If the customer refuses to show identification, decline the sale and state that the law prohibits alcohol sales to minors. Refer to display signage to help educate your customer. Be courteous. Remove the alcohol from the counter to further discourage the sale. A customer may try to grab the product and leave money on the counter. If that happens, do not ring up the sale. Employees should notify their supervisor immediately for further instructions. If the customer becomes abusive, stay calm and do not provoke the customer. Refer the customer to your supervisor. If a criminal act occurs, do not intervene. Notify management and the authorities if necessary. Observe what is happening. Take note of descriptive details in case you are needed later as a witness. Put this information in your incident log. If you feel like you are physically in danger, it is better to give in and make the sale. Check your store policy. Sometimes an adult will try to purchase alcohol for minors. State law prohibits these second-party sales. If you suspect that this is happening, explain that you are required by law to ask if this is a second-party purchase for a minor. If you suspect a second-party purchase is being attempted, explain that it's illegal for you to make the sale. Be polite and informative. It is also illegal for a minor to purchase alcohol products for a parent.
Not back in the 80s.
Coming out tonight was a good idea, guys. I'm having fun.
It's been a long week. John, don't you think you should slow down? That's like your 6th drink in the past hour.
Not even close.
Oh, yeah, he faded.
I'm ready for the next round. It's on me.
I think Dean's right, John. Maybe you better order an appetizer and ease up on the drinks.
Yes, sir. What can I get you?
Yes, me and my friends would like mojitos. Actually, make it a double. I think that would work much better.
Sir, before I bring you another round of drinks, are you sure you don't want to order something to eat first? An appetizer, maybe?
No, I'm not hungry. But I will take the drinks that I ordered.
I'm sorry, sir, but I can't serve you any more alcohol right now.
No, look, Paris. Me and my friends just want to have a few drinks and have a good time. Corey and Dean, they'll make sure that I stay out of trouble.
That's great, sir. But like I said, I can't serve you any more alcohol right now. I could lose my job if I continue serving you drinks. I think you've had more than enough.
Now look, I've been drinking ever since before you were alive, little girl. I can handle my liquor. And I'll let you know when I've had enough.
Paris, I'm the designated driver. All I've had is soda. Can you please just bring them one more round and bring me another soda, please?
I'm sorry, ma'am, but I can't serve your friend here any more drinks right now, when he looks like he's about to pass out, and he's had 6 drinks in the past hour. I could lose my
Damn.
job.
No need to apologize. You're just doing your job. I don't need another drink. And I don't think John does either.
Well, I don't know what the big deal is. We're just out having a few drinks. We're not causing any trouble. I mean, this is a bar, right? Can you just serve John one more drink? What kind of bar doesn't serve customers drinks?
The kind that ain't trying to lose their license because your dumb ass is too drunk. Why did pause? Come on with this bullshit, bro. What's good in the hood, though, y'all? What's good in the hood? Why it ain't continuing, I don't know. Why this timer down here ain't ticked off? Y'all gonna make me watch it again? Oh, okay.
Coming out tonight was a good idea, guys. I'm having fun.
It's been...
No, we ain't doing that. Uh-oh, here we go, y'all. Here we go. Oh, let's see. Let me stretch this out a little bit. Y'all should be able to see it. What signs of intoxication is John showing? He'll be good, huh, Justin? What's good with you, my guy? How you doing? I done hooked up the cameras now. I got every angle for you now. Let's see what it says. What signs of intoxication is John showing? He is having serious conversation. No. When his friends suggest that he had too much to drink. Nope. His speech is slurred. His mind and body seem to be moving slowly, but as soon as Paris explains she cannot bring him another drink because she might lose her job, John moves changed from civil to aggressive. Responding to Paris' suggestion that it's this one, number 3. Correct. Correct. All right, let's see what we got here. Did Paris make the right decision not to serve John another drink? Yep. This is the first one. When Paris cuts John off, what professional intervention techniques does she use? She remains calm but firm, speaks to John courteously with concern, uses mostly non-threatening statements. That could be it. She states that she cannot serve another drink, appeals to Corey. Dang, promptly lost her. That's the first one. Correctoid. All right, man. Y'all ready for this lesson? I gotta give 4 out of 5. Yeah, man. You see how many of these lessons I gotta do? That shit is crazy. Recording an incident is important to do for which of the following reasons? Should any questions arise at a later date, you will have factual record. That's probably it. Should you ever need legal leverage over a guest? No. A record ensures that every employee on the premises is equal. Nope. A record to help you keep track of... That's stupid. We got to get 4 out of these 5 right, y'all. Which of the following... Here we go with this not shit. Oh, man. Which of the following is not a step you should take when refusing to sell? Give ultimatums. What y'all think? Give ultimatums, number 4. When refusing service to someone, which of the following should you do? Get them more drinks, communicate your actions to other staff members, let the guests hold on to the alcohol until it is safe, be judgmental and threatening. Communicate your actions to other staff. Which is the best statement to use when refusing a sale? I'm sorry, I can't legally sell to you this evening. I could lose my job. Sorry, can't sell to drunks. Why don't you leave and sober up? I can't sell to you tonight, but go across. It's the first one. I think I got them 4 right. If a guest whom you refused a sale to is uncooperative, you should raise your voice. Nope. Call law enforcement. Physically threaten. Nope. Ask another guest to help. Nope. Call law enforcement. I might have got all 5 of these, y'all. Can't y'all? Oh shit! God damn it! I'm gonna have to keep moving that around. I think I got all 5 of them. Yep, I got all 5 of them. Oh man. I wonder how many more tests it is, y'all. I'm so tired. I was out there cutting that goddamn yard with a push mower. In 175-degree weather. Ah, my thighs hurt. That shower got me so relaxed. Had about 3-4 hawks in my yard this morning. They taking over. That one was on my car last night. Whoa. Oh yeah, I got a bunch of wasps right here. I need JoJo to pick me up a couple cans of wasp spray. They gotta go. Y'all can still hear me cool with this mic and me being out here. This hot is so heating that I need to do like one thing a day. Like one day I need to get up on my garage roof, blow the leaves off. Shit. The next day, clean up under my carport. All that sitting out here trying to do all that shit at once, my old ass will pass out. It was some good exercise, though. I did the pharmacy test for Instacart, but they don't have any. That's crazy. I did the pharmacy test for Roadie, not Instacart. They never asked me. Walmart don't even care about the pharmacy test. They gonna throw you pharmacy orders. But by law in Louisiana, you gotta take that alcohol test in order to serve or deliver alcohol. Now my what's-her-name was up June 2nd because I already had one. And my certificate was up June 2nd. That's why I'm doing this again, because as soon as it was up, I stopped getting alcohol orders, and alcohol orders be pretty good on Spark. But DoorDash, I cut DoorDash on right now and immediately get a Thrifty liquor order. Oh, man. Yeah, I was out here fucking with this yard. That's why I ain't go live earlier. I want to start going live every day again starting tomorrow. But Lyft did send me a bonus for the week. 75 rides. They're going to give me an extra couple hundred. I could get that done in 2.5 days and maybe go live Wednesday evening. If I even do it. If I don't even do the rides, like if they start sending out some bullshit rides, I'm going to just cut that shit off and go live. I haven't even took a shot of no drink yet, y'all. But I got this camera set up so I can move it around. Maybe if we see that hawk again, y'all be able to see it live and in person. They was deep over here this morning. I was gonna say, there you go, right there. And honestly, I haven't seen my owls in the last couple days. So it's making me think. And then I see that owl feather right there. Maybe them hawks ran them off. And them, I've been in this house 5 years, and them owls been here every day for the whole 5 years. Damn, I let a fly in. Fuck. Cool. So the mic is working. Boom, I can have it like this and put this one in there. Or I can have this one in there with the side one in there. Because I got both of them hooked up. I got this one hooked up and the one in front of me you see right here. Hey, Gig Life and More. I just watched one of your shorts. What was it about? Oh, about the bots. Yeah, they be out there botting. Especially if you in a like a big city like Dallas and shit like that. Yeah, they out there deep. I remember one day I sat there for hours and just kept watching the same people get orders. I was like, damn. I was like, damn. That shit was not right. All right, where was we at, y'all? Right here. Let's go to the next one. I gotta get this shit done, bro. What is the middle name of your old? I'm so sick of it. I keep getting this one wrong, and I don't know how. Maybe if I type in, with the caps. With the hyphen. Let's see if that one works. Nope. Now watch they ask who's my oldest cousin. Knew it. Bet you that one passed.
This lesson
Told you.
focuses on the following topics: responsible vendor program, alcohol-related impairment, how
Lesson
alcohol can affect a
7.
driver,
Shit.
drunk driving penalties, laws pertaining to intoxication
I've been on
and
this
minors,
shit 3 hours and
legal forms of
39 minutes so
identification in
far.
Louisiana, parish and municipal ordinances, laws pertaining to tobacco, Louisiana lottery, parish and city requirements.
Deja, I keep putting your middle name in, but that's funny. I don't know how to spell your middle name, Paris. They keep flunking me. That shit sucks. That's funny.
Responsible Vendor Program, Act 1054 of the 1997 regular session of the Louisiana
Paris, I don't know your
Legislature
middle name.
enacted RS 26-931 at SEC to establish the Responsible Vendor Program to educate vendors, their employees, and customers about selling, serving, and consuming alcoholic beverages in a responsible.
What you mean what system I'm using? What system you talking about? I don't know. I put it in there with and without the hyphen, and they keep saying wrong answer. I don't know. What system you mean, Melissa? Oh, I use OBS Studio, but I just got 2 cameras hooked up. Yeah, how can I show you? I use OBS Studio, but let me see. Like you could basically put, like, let me show you. Let me see. Like I could cut this Osmo back on and I could make it bigger. You know what I mean? I could actually make that the camera, boom. I could cut this one out and it'll show that. Let me see what's the other one. Scene 2. Booyah. Like, I can move this anywhere. I can really put it right there. Yep, OBS. And as long as you got your cameras plugged into it and set them on webcam, you good. This what I live stream through when I'm at the crib, and like if I record a video, I do it through this because I could just record or I could live stream. Like you see this camera right here, this the one camera I got it plugged in, and that's my main camera. And I was like, man, let me mess around and plug this one in, and then you just like they got scenes. They got scenes and sources. Oh, shit. Hold up. See, these your scenes right here that you set up. That you set up how you want it to be. Like, that's called Little Me because I put me in the corner. This is full screen, so you just see that one. This is me solo on that one. Then that's this one. And then my favorite is this one, like if I'm reacting to something or something. And then this the side. This the second side where I got it expanded some. Scene 2 is the front with this one in it. And scene 3, okay, this one I'm doing TikToks. Ugh. I ain't gonna never get this camera back right. Booyah. Yeah, OBS is pretty cool and it's free. You ain't got to get to all that StreamYard and goddamn, let me drop my seat. There we go. So my feet could reach. Yeah, you ain't gotta use StreamYard or none of that. You can do all that with OBS. OBS is pretty cool. But let's see where we was at right here, side. See, like, watch this. I'm finna fix this so I'm finna fix this so you can see me better. I'm gonna drop that. Maybe do that a little bit so y'all can see me a little better. And then let me scoot this in. Scoot it over. And then get some of this in out. And then move it up here. That way when I'm sitting back, you can still see me. But even when I turn like that, y'all can't see me. So let me suck this in a little bit more. Boom. And then add it right here. So when I turn, you can see a little bit more of me. Like you can shape it how you want, which is pretty cool. All right, let's see what she's talking about.
Manner. Participation by all vendors became mandatory January 1, 2000. The Responsible Vendor Program is intended to educate vendors and their employees and customers about selling, serving, and consuming beverage alcohol, tobacco, and tobacco products, and prevent the misuse, illegal use, and abuse of alcohol. Any employee of a vendor who is authorized to sell or serve beverage alcohol in the normal course of his or her employment, or deals with customers who purchase or consume beverage alcohol, must successfully attend and pass a responsible vendor training course, and obtain a responsible vendor server permit within 45 days of the first day of employment.
Favor app? I heard of that app. I think that's just a Texas app, maybe. Is that just a Texas app? All right, you have a good one. Appreciate you stopping in, hitting your boy with a like.
Server permits. Server permits are valid for a period of 4 years from the completion of an approved alcohol training course. Every server permit shall expire on the last day of the month, 4 years after the month, that the server successfully completed the responsible vendor server course. To be eligible for renewal of a server permit, the server shall again attend and successfully pass an approved refresher responsible vendor course and examination, given by an approved provider. Servers must attend an approved alcohol training course every 4 years. In
Yep.
the event of a lost permit,
'Cause I had
servers
mine
may
4
download and
years.
print a replacement responsible vendor permit
Yep,
at the
Texas.
ATC website.
Yep. See, I got my ATC card, but it expired June 2nd, so my 4 years was up. I got another 4 years coming after I pass this,
The
though.
server permit is issued to a server following completion of an alcohol server education course and all refresher courses. The server permit is issued to the individual employee, not the vendor for whom the employee works, and is valid statewide during the 4-year period. Whenever a server is employed in the service of alcohol, their permit and one legal form of picture identification shall be available on the premises for inspection by agents of the Office of Alcohol and Tobacco Control or other peace officers. Notwithstanding any criminal actions taken, the Commissioner of the Office of Alcohol and Tobacco Control may issue administrative violation notices to any holder of a server permit for noncompliance or for any violation, including the imposition of fines or suspension or revocation of the permit. If you serve alcohol to an underage person, your permit is at risk, as well as your establishment's operating permit.
Hell yeah, it is.
Types of alcohol permits. ATC issues variety of alcohol permits. Some of them are. Click each tab to view the details. Class A General, AG. A Class A General retail permit is issued only to a retail outlet where beverage alcohol is sold on the premises for consumption on the premises by paying customers. Class A Restaurant, AR. A Class A restaurant permit is issued only to a restaurant establishment or a dinner theater and issued to a facility in conjunction with a Class R restaurant permit. Class AG Restaurant Conditional. Any retail establishment holding a Class AG permit may be issued a restaurant conditional permit if it also meets the requirements for a Class AR permit during the hours from 7 a.m. and 11 p.m.
Can y'all hear
This
it
permit
cool?
allows a Class AG bar permit holder to operate as a Class AR restaurant permit holder between the hours of 7 a.m. and 11 p.m., which includes the ability to allow persons under the age of 18 years on the licensed premises during these hours.
Class B. Retailers, Class B, authorizes the retailer to sell in sealed containers prepared for transportation and consumption off the premises.
Oh, I hope I did that one. I bet I'll be taking this test
Class
for
C.
nothing.
Class C package stores are establishments where alcoholic beverages are the principal commodity sold for off-premises consumption. Establishments with this permit do not offer to sell, or otherwise distribute motor fuel at the licensed establishment. Class R restaurant is a permit to any restaurant establishment as defined in subsection C of this section, Section 73, which has been issued a state Class A retail liquor permit for the sale of beverages of high alcohol content.
Y'all see this blue line down here? This is where I'm at. This is how much I did so far, from here to here. I got to get it to the end and I'll be done. Hopefully I could do it tonight. In what city or town did your parents meet? Security question. Hey, y'all know how to spell San Francisco?
The
San
epidemiologic
Francisco,
evidence
California,
linking alcohol and
A.
transportation accidents is supported by experimental studies of alcohol's effect on specific driving-related skills. Although the following discussion concentrates on highway traffic safety, most of the skills involved pertain to other forms of transportation as well. These skills may be divided into cognitive skills, such as information processing, and psychomotor skills, those involving eye-brain-hand coordination. In attempting to prevent drunken driving, those who sell or serve beverage alcohol generally have one advantage over those who consume it. Their thought processes are not impaired. This advantage should enable sellers and servers to better recognize the nature and magnitude of a person's condition prior to selling to or serving that person. Consequently, server intervention could play a very important role in reducing drunk driving accidents. However, we must not forget that the liability for injuries caused by driving under the influence of alcohol lies primarily with intoxicated drivers themselves. Drinking large amounts, 5 to 6 drinks, can cause mental impairments related to driving that last even after all traces of alcohol are out of the body. Mental efficiency is reduced during sober periods following bouts of drinking, not only for alcoholics, but also for social drinkers who drink large quantities of alcohol at one time. Driving while using drugs, for example, amphetamines, tranquilizers, and barbiturates, can be hazardous because of drowsiness, reduced coordination, and poor judgment or risk-taking. It can take hours to wear off, and if the drugs are combined with alcohol, the effects can be exaggerated and increased dramatically. Whereas the effects of a single drink will diminish over an hour, it takes 5 to 6 hours for the effects of smoking one joint to wear off, making the combination of marijuana and alcohol especially dangerous before driving. Who are the drivers who cause accidents as a result of drinking, excluding those who are real problem drinkers or alcoholics and who must be considered from a different viewpoint altogether? For the most part,
I haven't
they
even
are
started
people who do not
yet.
understand
I ain't
what
even
alcohol does
cracked
to the
it.
body, and whose judgment and reflexes have been impaired far more seriously than they honestly realized. They are also the victims of myths, such as the prevalent one that a steaming mug of black coffee will neutralize the effects of alcohol.
I don't know if that worked.
Reduces the ability to judge speeds, distances, and angles. Encourages the driver to take foolish risks, break laws. Makes the driver forget to fasten a seatbelt, turn on headlights, use turn signals, observe stop signs. Slows reaction time in stopping and turning. Limits vision, eyes become blurred, can't focus. Reduces ability to judge one's own condition. Causes sleepiness. Increases anger toward other drivers.
Yeah, y'all, this is the alcohol test and the food handlers test. I hope I could get my my certification once I'm done with this. I better not have to do that food handler shit, even though it's good to have.
Alcohol may pose an especially serious risk for younger drivers because they have comparatively little experience with alcohol or driving. Drunk driving is the leading single cause of death among young people in the age range from 16 to 24. Young people lack 3 essential qualities for driving: patience, judgment, and experience. Their margins of error are magnified, and they tend to misjudge distances available for passing. Moreover, alcohol can make them feel more powerful or more daring. Chronic alcohol-tolerant drinkers have demonstrated an ability to perform all sorts of motor tasks at varying degrees of intoxication that are impossible for naive young drinkers. The brain's control of eye movements is highly vulnerable to alcohol. In driving, the eyes must focus briefly on important objects in the visual field, and track them as they and the vehicle move. Low to moderate BACs, 0.03 to 0.05%, interfere with voluntary eye movements, impairing the eye's ability to rapidly track a moving target. Steering is a complex psychomotor task in which alcohol effects on eye-to-hand reaction time are superimposed upon the visual effects described earlier. Significant impairment in steering ability may begin as low as approximately 0.035% BAC and rises as BAC increases. Alcohol impairs nearly every aspect of information processing by the brain. Alcohol-impaired drivers require more time to read a street sign or to respond to a traffic signal than unimpaired drivers. Consequently, they tend to look at fewer sources of information. Research on the effects of alcohol on performance by drivers shows a narrowing of the attention field beginning at approximately 0.04% BAC. Time is the only real factor that reduces intoxication.
What up, Doc? What's cracking with you?
Every day, drivers are arrested for driving
Trying to
under
get
the
this
influence or
damn
driving
test
while
done,
intoxicated,
bro.
as law enforcement agencies continue
So
to
we could
crack
get out
down on
here and
these
do some
dangerous
alcohol
offenders.
orders.
For many of these drivers, it will not be their first DUI offense. So, what fate awaits these drunk drivers? They may be surprised to find that penalties for DUI, even the first offense, have been increased since they last checked. Due to the efforts of groups like Mothers Against Drunk Driving, MAD, some 1,600 new DUI laws have been passed nationwide since 1980.
Man, them ladies went crazy. When MAD came out, they went crazy, bro. Shit, how much they offering you, Justin? Cause they actually been having some super good bonuses out here, like complete 100 trips and get like 350, 400. I'm like, shit, but then they offers be so trash, bro. Oh man, they offers be so trash. I ain't cracking this until one of y'all say y'all taking a shot with me. Matter of fact, let me hit a cigarette before I start this next one real quick. Oh yeah, I got the double cam on you today, Doc. Excuse me, shit. Boom. The double up, double up. Doc, like, bro, you need to quit them goddamn cigarettes. I know, bro, I know. That's crazy. I've been smoking since 1989. I had a couple of stints in the pen when I couldn't smoke, and I should have used that to my advantage. Hey, man, I had like 3 of them hawks in my yard this morning. And honestly, since I started seeing them hawks, I ain't seen them owls, bro. I haven't seen them owls. Whoa. Whoa. Watch out, bro. Don't sting me. I haven't been seeing no stray cats. Probably the raccoons getting them. I hear them hawks, though. Y'all hear that noise? That's them hawks. Oh, shit. Ugh. Yeah, they went crazy on Mad. Got you. This the weekend one for sure, for sure. All right, man. Y'all see this blue bar moving a little bit. Only got to get to the end. Well, if I could finish this today and get it submitted, I'll be nice.
The crime of operating a vehicle while intoxicated is the operating of any motor vehicle, aircraft, watercraft, vessel, or other means of conveyance when the operator is under the influence of alcoholic beverages. Or
Not riding with the beer hanging
the
out the
operator's
window.
blood alcohol concentration is 0.08% or more by weight based on grams of alcohol per 100 cubic centimeters of blood. If the driver is under 21, that limit is 0.02. Or the operator is under the influence of any controlled dangerous substance listed in Schedule 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 as set forth in RS 40964. The operator is under the influence of a combination of alcohol and one or more drugs which are not controlled dangerous substances and which are legally obtainable with or without a prescription, and the label on the container of the prescription drug or the manufacturer's package of the drug contains a warning against combining the medication with alcohol. The operator is under the influence of one or more drugs which are not controlled dangerous substances and which are legally obtainable with or without a prescription. It shall be an affirmative defense to any charge under this subparagraph pursuant to this section that the operator did not knowingly consume quantities of the drug or drugs which substantially exceed the dosage prescribed by the physician or the dosage recommended by the manufacturer of the drug.
But they say being ignorant of the law doesn't excuse it. Oh
First
shit,
offense.
this is 10 minutes?
Fined
Fuck,
not less than
bro.
$300, nor more than $1,000, and shall be imprisoned for not less than 10 days, nor more than 6 months. Sentence shall not be suspended unless the offender is placed on probation with a minimum condition that he serve 2 days in jail and participate in a court-approved substance abuse program and participate in a court-approved driver improvement program, or the offender is placed on probation with a minimum condition that he perform 4 8-hour days of court-approved community service activities, at least half of which shall consist of participation in a litter abatement or collection program, participate in a court-approved substance abuse program, and participate in a court-approved driver improvement program. If the offender had a blood alcohol concentration of 0.15% or more by weight, based on grams of alcohol per 100 cubic centimeters of blood, at least 48 hours of the sentence imposed shall be served without the benefit of parole, probation, or suspension of sentence. If a child 12 years or younger is a passenger in a vehicle where the driver is charged with DWI, the minimum mandatory sentence for first through third DWI conviction shall not be suspended, and for fourth DWI conviction, at least 2 years of the sentence shall be imposed without benefit of suspension.
Damn.
Second offense. Fined not less than $750, nor more than $1,000, and shall be imprisoned for not less than 30 days, nor more than 6 months. At least 48 hours of the sentence imposed shall be served without benefit of parole, probation, or suspension of sentence. The court may sentence a defendant to home incarceration if otherwise allowed under the provisions of Article 894.2 of the Code of Criminal Procedure. Sentence shall not be suspended unless the offender is placed on probation with a minimum condition that he serve 15 days in jail and participate in a court-approved substance abuse program and participate in a court-approved driver improvement program, or the offender is placed on probation with a minimum condition that he perform 30 8-hour days of court-approved community service activities,
Damn.
at least half of which shall consist
That's
of
a whole
participation
month.
in a litter abatement or collection program,
38
participate in a
hour
court-approved
shifts?
substance abuse program, and participate in a court-approved driver improvement program. If the offender had a blood alcohol concentration of 0.15% or more by weight, based on grams of alcohol per 100 cubic centimeters of blood, at least 96 hours of the sentence imposed shall be served without the benefit of parole, probation, or suspension of sentence. On a conviction of a second offense when the first offense was for the crime of vehicular homicide or first-degree vehicular
Damn.
negligent injuring, the offender shall be imprisoned with or without hard labor for not less than 1 year, nor more than 5
Damn.
years, and shall be fined $2,000. At
They
least
gonna give
6
him that
months of the
5
sentence of
years.
imprisonment imposed shall be without benefit of probation, parole, or suspension of sentence.
So he gotta walk off 6 months.
Third offense. Imprisoned with or without hard labor for not less than 1 year, nor more than 5 years, and shall be fined $2,000. 30 days of the sentence of imprisonment shall be imposed without benefit of probation, parole, or suspension of sentence. The remainder of the sentence of imprisonment shall be suspended, and the offender placed on supervised probation with the Department of Public Safety and Corrections, Division of Probation and Parole, for a period of time equal to the remainder of the sentence of imprisonment, which probation shall commence on the day after the offender's release from custody. Any offender placed on probation shall be required as a condition of probation to participate in 30 8-hour days of court-approved community service activities and to submit to and complete either of the following requirements: to immediately undergo an evaluation by the Department of Health and Hospitals, Office of Behavioral Health, to determine the nature and extent of the offender's substance abuse disorder, and to participate in any treatment plan recommended by the Office of Behavioral Health, including treatment in an inpatient facility approved by the office for a period of not less than 4 weeks, followed by outpatient treatment services for a period not to exceed 12 months. To participate in substance abuse treatment in an alcohol and drug abuse program provided by a drug division subject to the applicable provisions of RS 135301 at SEEK, if the offender is otherwise eligible to participate in such program. Upon successful completion of the inpatient substance abuse treatment, the offender
This a
shall be
long
sentenced
one.
to home incarceration for
The
not
test
less than a
gotta be
period of
after
time,
this.
not less than 6 months, and not more than the remaining time on the offender's suspended sentence. If the offender fails to complete the substance abuse treatment or violates any condition of home incarceration, he shall be imprisoned for the original term of his suspended sentence with no credit for time served under home incarceration. The court shall order that the vehicle being driven by the offender at the time of the offense shall be seized and impounded and sold at auction with some
Damn.
exceptions.
They
An offender
taking your
sentenced to home
shit.
incarceration shall be supervised and shall be subject to any of the conditions of probation. The court shall specify the conditions of home incarceration, which shall include, but shall not be limited to, the following: electronic monitoring, curfew restrictions, home visitation at least once per month by the Department of Public Safety and Corrections. The offender shall obtain employment and participate in a court-approved driver improvement program at his expense. The activities of the offender outside of his home shall be limited to traveling to and from work, church services, Alcoholics Anonymous meetings, or a court-approved driver improvement program. Fourth or subsequent offense. Imprisoned with or without hard labor for not less than 10 nor more than 30 years, and shall be fined $5,000. 2 years of the sentence of imprisonment shall be imposed without benefit of probation, parole, or suspension of sentence. The
Shit.
remainder of the sentence of imprisonment may be suspended,
10 to
and the
30
offender
years?
shall be placed on supervised probation with the Department of Public Safety and Corrections, Division of Probation and Parole, for a period of time not to exceed 5 years, which probation shall commence on the day after the offender's release from custody. Any offender placed on probation pursuant to the provisions of this subsection shall be required, as a condition of probation, to participate in 40 8-hour days of court-approved community service activities and to submit to and complete either of the following requirements: to immediately undergo an evaluation by the Department of Health and Hospitals, Office of Behavioral Health, to determine the nature and extent of the offender's substance abuse disorder, and to participate in any treatment plan recommended by the Office of Behavioral Health, including treatment in an inpatient facility approved by the office for a period of not less than 4 weeks, followed by outpatient treatment services for a period not to exceed 12 months. To participate in substance abuse treatment in an alcohol and drug
2.5
abuse
more
program
minutes on this
provided
one,
by the
y'all.
Drug Division, subject to the applicable provisions of RS 135301 et seq, if the offender is otherwise eligible to participate in such program. Any offender placed on probation shall be placed in a home incarceration program approved by the Division of Probation and Parole for a period of time not less than 1 year, nor more than the remainder of the term of supervised probation. If an offender placed on probation fails to complete the substance abuse treatment required by the provisions of this paragraph, or violates any other condition of probation, including conditions of home incarceration, his probation may be revoked, and he may be ordered to serve the balance of the sentence of imprisonment without credit for time served under home incarceration. The court shall order that the vehicle being driven by the offender at the time of the offense shall be seized and impounded and sold at auction, with some exceptions. An offender sentenced to home incarceration shall be supervised and shall be subject to any of the conditions of probation. The court shall specify the conditions of home incarceration, which shall include, but shall not be limited to, the following: electronic monitoring, curfew restrictions, home visitation at least once per month by the Department of Public Safety and Corrections. The offender shall obtain employment and participate in a court-approved driver improvement program at his expense. The activities of the offender outside of his home shall be limited to traveling to and from work, church services, Alcoholics Anonymous meetings, or a court-approved driver improvement program. If the offender has previously been required to participate in substance abuse treatment and home incarceration, the offender shall not be sentenced to substance abuse treatment and home incarceration for a fourth or subsequent offense, but shall be imprisoned at hard labor for not less than 10 nor more than 30 years, and at least 3 years of the sentence shall be imposed without benefit of suspension of sentence, probation, or
it's the
parole.
one I picked, bro.
If the offender has previously received the benefit of suspension of sentence, probation, or parole as a fourth offender, no part of the sentence may be imposed with benefit
And
of
this one was
suspension of
10
sentence,
minutes, but it's
probation,
only
or
20
parole,
seconds left.
and no portion of the sentence shall be imposed concurrently with the remaining balance of any sentence to be served for a prior conviction for any offense.
Thank you. Shit. Yeah, it's the one I picked, bro. Because the one I did 4 years ago, I did that shit so quick. I ain't know what I was doing on this. But I didn't pay my $18, so get her done. Man, this one 4 minutes? What the fuck,
A.
bro?
Unlawful sales to
And I don't
persons
see
under
this
21
moving.
is the selling or otherwise delivering for value of any alcoholic beverage to any person under 21 years of age, unless such person is the lawful owner or lawful employee of an establishment to which the sale is being made, and accepting such delivery pursuant to such ownership or employment. Lack of knowledge of the person's age shall not be
I
a
tried to
defense.
go through Spark. I couldn't
B.
figure it out, bro.
Whoever violates the
So I just
provisions of
went and
this
did it
section
myself.
shall be fined not less than $500, nor more than $1,000, or imprisoned for not less than 30 days, nor more than 6 months, or both. A. It is unlawful for any person under 21 years of age to purchase or have public possession of any alcoholic beverage. B. 1. Whoever violates the provision of this section shall be fined not more than $100 or imprisoned for not more than 6 months, or both. 2. Any person apprehended while violating the provisions of this section shall be issued a citation by the apprehending law enforcement officer, which shall be paid in the same manner as provided for the offenders of local traffic violations. 3. In addition to the penalties provided in paragraph 1 of this subsection, the
Hold on,
driver's
what you
license
mean
of
they
any
won't let you
person violating
re-sign
the
up?
provisions of
You
this
got kicked
section
off
will
Spark?
be suspended upon conviction, plea of guilty, or nolo contendery for a period of 180 days. Upon conviction, plea of guilty, or nolo contendery, the court shall surrender the driver's license to the Department of Public Safety and Corrections for suspension, in accordance with the provisions of this section. Upon first conviction, the court may issue an order which authorizes the department to issue a restricted driver's license upon a demonstration to the court that a hardship would result from being unable to drive to school or work.
Or re-sign
Such
up for the
restrictions shall be
alcohol
determined by the
shit.
court. Instances in which a person under 21 may possess or consume alcohol. For an established religious purpose, parents, spouses, or legal guardians may purchase alcoholic beverages for their children or spouse. Consult with your general manager for policy specific to your establishment for this situation. For medical purposes, in a private residence, pursuant to lawful employment or ownership of a manufacturer, wholesaler, or retailer of alcoholic beverages, possession only. The legal age to enter a bar is 18. Some parishes or cities may restrict the age limit to enter a bar to 21. Check with your manager to determine what age of entry is at the establishment. A. It is unlawful for any person, other than a parent, spouse, or legal guardian, as specified in RS 1493.102A2, to purchase on behalf of a person under 21 years of age any alcoholic beverage. B. 1. Whoever violates the provisions of this section shall be fined not more than $500 or imprisoned for not more than 30 days or both. 2. In addition to the penalties provided in paragraph 1 of this subsection, the driver's license of any person violating the provisions of this section may be suspended upon conviction, plea of guilty, or nolo contendere for a period of 180 days. Upon conviction, plea of guilty, or nolo contendere, the court shall surrender the driver's license to the Department of Public Safety and Corrections for suspension in accordance with the provisions of this section. Upon first conviction, the court may issue an order which authorizes the department to issue a restricted driver's license upon a demonstration to the court that suspension of his driving privileges will deprive him or his family of the necessities of life or prevent him from earning a livelihood. Such restrictions shall be determined by the court. Nothing in RS 1493.10 through 93.13 shall be construed as relieving any licensed retail dealer in alcoholic beverages any responsibilities imposed under the provisions of Title 26 of the Louisiana Revised Statutes of 1950.
Oh, so you not on Spark, bro? Oh, yeah, because they will do that too. They will do that too. Because I sure signed up with another email and shit. And I just hope that don't come bite me in the ass now that they let me back on. I sure tried to get on with another email and they was like, hell no. No. Hell no. To the no. It was like, no sirree, Bob. Not my job. What the fuck, bro? And this one 5
No
minutes,
person holding a retail dealer's
bro.
permit, and no agent, associate, employee, representative, or servant
They ain't
of
never
any
hit
such
me with
person
these long
shall
ass
do or
videos.
permit any of the following acts to be done on or about the licensed premises. Sell or serve alcoholic beverages to any person under the age of 21 years. Sell or serve alcoholic beverages to any intoxicated person.
Man, I'm ready to start
Intentionally
drinking. Who taking a
entice,
shot with
aid,
me?
Or permit any person under the age of 18 years to visit or loiter in or about any place where alcoholic beverages are the principal commodities sold, handled, or given away. The provisions of this section shall in no way prohibit the presence of any person under the age of 18 years on or about a licensed premises for any function sponsored by a religious or charitable organization with tax-exempt status under Section 5013 of the Internal Revenue Code of the United States, or by a fraternal beneficiary society with tax-exempt status under 5018 of the said code, and no alcoholic beverages are sold, handled, given away, or accessible during the presence of any such person. B. Permit any person under 18 years of age to work in any capacity unless that person is a musician performing in a band on the premises under written contract for a specified period of time by the permittee, and the musician is under direct supervision of his parent or legal guardian. Permit any prostitute to frequent the licensed premises or solicit patrons for prostitution on the licensed premises. Sell, offer for sale, possess, or permit the consumption on or about the licensed premises of any kind or type of alcoholic beverage, the sale or possession of which is not authorized under his permit. Intentionally conduct illegal gambling as defined by law on the premises described in the application for the permit. Employ or permit persons, commonly known as bee drinkers, to solicit patrons for drinks and to accept drinks from patrons and receive therefore any commission or any remuneration in any other way. Employ anyone under the age of 18 in any capacity in an establishment where the sale of alcoholic beverages constitutes its main business, unless the minor is a musician performing in a band on the premises under written contract
Y'all hear that,
with
Hawk?
the permittee for a specified time period and is under the direct supervision of his parent or guardian during such time. If the sale of alcoholic beverages does not constitute the main business of the establishment, anyone under the age of 18 may be employed as long as the minor's employment does not involve the sale, mixing, dispensing, or serving of alcoholic beverages for consumption on the premises. B. If the sale or handling of alcoholic beverages does not constitute the main business and alcoholic beverages are not sold for consumption on the premises, an employee under the age of 18 years may be permitted to participate in the sale of packaged alcoholic beverages, to collect the price and taxes, and issue receipts therefor, or may be permitted to bag packaged alcoholic beverages, or both, where immediate supervision is provided. Fail to keep the premises clean and sanitary.
Still 2 minutes.
Permit the playing of pool or billiards by any person under 18 years of age, or permit such person to visit or frequent the license's premises operating a pool or billiard hall, except in a structure where the position of the pool or billiards playing area is separate and distinct from the area where alcoholic beverages are dispensed to patrons. Illegally sell, offer for sale, possess, or permit the consumption of any kind or type of narcotics or habit-forming drugs. Accept Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP, electronic benefit transfer cards as payment for alcoholic beverages in violation of the provisions of
You
7
better not use them
USC
food stamps.
2011 et seq. And any federal regulation issued pursuant thereto. Permit any disturbance of the peace or obscenity, or any lewd, immoral, or improper entertainment, conduct, or practices on the licensed premises. Play live or recorded music which is so unreasonably intrusive or offensive as to interfere with the comfortable enjoyment of the property of a person residing within 200 feet of the premises. Sell or serve any alcoholic beverage at a fixed price on an all-you-can-drink basis after the hour of 10 p.m. Sell, deliver, or give away any alcoholic beverage for dispensation by means of an alcoholic beverage vaporizer. Intoxicated persons should not be allowed to enter your establishment under any circumstances, short of physical confrontation. If a customer insists on re-entry and the door person feels a physical confrontation will ensue, admit the party and either call the police or security, whichever is applicable.
Shit. These shits is getting long, man. The hell? They giving you so much information, you're going to fail the test.
A. Notwithstanding any other provision of this chapter to the contrary, the Commissioner may, in lieu of or in addition to revocation or suspension of a permit issued under the authority of the chapter, impose the following schedule of fines to be paid into the state treasurer for 1. The first offense, not less than $50 but not more than $500. 2. The second offense, which occurs within 3 years of the first offense, not less than $250 but not more than $1,000. And 3. The third offense, which occurs within 3 years of the first offense, not less than $500 but not more than $2,500.
Laws pertaining to direct delivery of alcohol. The direct delivery of alcohol has become more popular in recent years, and new public
I'm
safety
catching a
regulations
headache.
have been created to standardize these practices. Generally speaking, all alcohol retailers and third-party alcohol delivery services must obtain a delivery permit from the Commissioner of the Office of Alcohol and Tobacco Control. They may never deliver open alcohol beverage containers. Only containers that have been sealed by the manufacturer are acceptable for delivery. The premises receiving the delivery order may only fulfill it if they can fulfill the order using stock on hand at the physical premises. Deliveries can only be made during the hours that the retailer's physical premises is open to the public. In areas where the sale of alcoholic beverages is permitted, a retailer must not deliver past the boundaries of the parish where their permitted establishment is located, and may only deliver to a residential or commercial address. Third-party delivery services may deliver within 10 miles from the place of purchase. Some places where alcoholic beverages may not be made are an address on the campus of an elementary or secondary school, or a university, college, technical college, or institute.
Damn. The teacher can't get her drink at the school?
To any public playground or building used primarily by a church, synagogue, mosque, or public library. The age of the consumer must be verified, and
It looked like that
alcoholic
line
delivery can only
moved a
be
little
provided
bit.
to those of legal drinking age. The signature of the recipient verifying receipt of delivery and age must be obtained. Additionally, the recipient should not be visibly intoxicated. Records of all deliveries should be maintained for 3 years. Individuals delivering alcoholic beverages under permit shall be 18 years of age or older, be a permittee or a W-2 employee of a delivery permit holder, and possess a valid server permit. Commercial general liability insurance must be maintained, with a minimum coverage amount of $100,000, and delivery drivers must be required to maintain vehicle general liability insurance. In addition to the general direct delivery requirements outlined above, there are additional, specific regulations in place for package stores and restaurants performing retail alcohol delivery that can be found in the Direct Delivery of Alcohol Public Safety Regulations, LAC 55:7.803 and 805. Details for third-party alcohol delivery may be found in LAC 55:7.807 and include the stipulation that only beer, wine, and sparkling wine alcoholic beverages may be offered for delivery.
No person holding a retail dealer's permit, and no agent, associate,
30
employee,
minutes.
representative, or servant of any such person shall do or permit any of the following acts to be done on or about the licensed premises. A. Sell or serve alcoholic beverages to any person under the age of 21 years, unless such person submits any one of the following: a valid current Louisiana driver's license, which contains a photograph of the person presenting the driver's license. A valid current driver's license of another state, which contains a photograph of the person and birth date of the person submitting the driver's license. A valid current special identification card issued by another state or the
We
state
trying
of
to pass
Louisiana
this test.
pursuant to RS 401321, containing a photograph of the person submitting the identification card.
So I could deliver alcohol.
A valid current passport or visa issued by the federal government or another country or nation that contains a permanently attached photograph of the person and the date of birth of the person submitting the passport or visa. A valid current military or federal identification card issued by the federal government containing a photograph of the person and date of birth of the person submitting the identification card.
In Louisiana, you got to have a
Each
license
form
to
of
deliver
identification
alcohol.
listed above must on its face establish the age of the person as 21 years or older, and there must be no reason to doubt the authenticity or correctness of the identification. No form of identification mentioned above shall be accepted as proof of age if it is expired, defaced, mutilated, or altered. If the state identification card or lawful identification submitted is a duplicate, the person shall submit additional identification which contains the name, date of birth, and photograph of the person. A duplicate driver's license shall be considered lawful identification for the purposes of this paragraph, and a person shall not be required to submit additional information containing the name, date of birth, and
I should be
picture of the
taking a
person.
test pretty
In
soon
addition,
here. Shit.
an educational institution identification card, check cashing identification card, or employee identification card shall not be considered as lawful identification for the purposes of this paragraph.
But now I gotta wait 30 seconds before I can skip to the next one. What's up, man? Ain't nobody in here taking a shot with me? What we got going on here, man? Ain't nobody taking no shot with me? I'm ready to crack the bottle. I'm ready to take a test. Shit. Here we go with this shit again. I'm gonna be on. Oh, fuck. Let me just do the first half of it. Oh, that's it. I finally got my daughter's middle name right.
It's not always easy to tell if someone is
Damn,
legally
4
old enough
minutes?
to purchase
What's up
alcoholic
with the
beverages.
test, bro?
That's why it is important to always ask for an ID and check it carefully. What to look for? The card's expiration date. Do not accept the license if the date is expired. The word duplicate on the front of the card. Someone else may have the original card. Glue lines or bumpy surfaces by the picture or birth date. Uneven surfaces often indicate tampering. Consistency of numbers. The typeset for the birth date should match the lettering used on the rest of the license. Also look for tiny pieces of paper with modified dates placed over the original numbers. The state logo. A state seal or logo that is partially missing or appears altered is another clue to a fake card. Pinholes on the surface. Bleach may have been inserted to white out certain aspects of a date. The card's reverse side lettering. While the front may appear flawless, often counterfeiters merely photocopy the reverse side. Look for blurred lettering and read the back looking for notices such as not a government document and novelty item. Size, color, lettering, thickness, and corners. Compare the questionable ID against a standard, your own valid driver's license. Someone else's card. Make sure the photo, height, and weight on the card match the person in front of you. If it is an out-of-state license or for any reason looks unfamiliar to you, use an ID checking guide. False identifications have been manufactured or computer-generated. Common signs that an individual may be presenting a fake ID include: genuine IDs are not layered and are made of durable plastic. As a result, genuine IDs do not unravel or buckle. Fake IDs are often made with inferior products and layered. Fake IDs buckle or begin to peel apart when manipulated. Bending the edge or attempting to peel apart the ID can improve the chances of identifying a fake ID. Compare security features. Holograms should flash in and out on a genuine ID. Look out for holograms that remain consistently illuminated, regardless of how much light is reflected on
These
the card.
motherfuckers done showed me
This will
90
indicate a
videos.
fake
I've been
ID.
watching videos for like
Also,
40
be
minutes
familiar
without
with the
taking a
holograms
test.
on Louisiana's license. There are 4 images.
I
of the
can't.
state
How
of
did that's
Louisiana.
scandalous? You know damn
Any
well
other
ain't nobody gonna
hologram on a
memorize all
purported
that shit.
Louisiana license is evidence that it is a fake. Inspect both the front and back of the ID, because often the maker of the fake ID does not put as much effort into the back.
Shit got me
The
mad,
back should be
Toya.
inspected as carefully as the front. Swipe the magnetic strip. If the ID is genuine, the magnetic strip, once swiped, should reveal information regarding the presenter's age, date of birth, etc. Most fake IDs, even high-quality fake IDs, will fail to recognize the ID or return a message that the ID cannot be verified when the magnetic strip is swiped. What to ask? Ask for a second piece of ID. People with fake IDs rarely carry backup identification. Quiz the cardholder about basic information on the card, such as birth date, middle initial, zip code, etc.
We been did the false identification section. Fuck, bro. I'm ready to take a shot. That is a lot of that's a lot of what's the name, man? I think we literally been watching videos for the last 30, 40 minutes. Shit. I took one test since I've been live. I've been live an hour and a half, bro.
The serving hours for alcohol for both on-premises and off-premises consumption are determined by the local parish or municipality. The same applies to Sunday sales. Those are determined by local ordinance. Please see your parish or municipal supplement for more information. Pre-existing server training programs, LARS 26937. Any vendor or server subject to a local ordinance requiring participation by the vendor or its employees in a server or security personnel training or licensing program shall be exempt from local server or security personnel training and licensing regulation if the vendor is certified as a responsible vendor under the provisions of this chapter. Nothing in this chapter shall be construed to apply to any local seller or server licensing requirements in effect on June 1st, 1997. Some parishes and/or municipalities lawfully require that alcohol servers maintain a local occupational permit when working in their jurisdiction or jurisdictions. Those applying for a Louisiana Responsible Vendor Server Permit should contact their parish and/or municipal governments to determine if they need to obtain a local permit.
I'm trying to pass this test. Hey, and I finally figured out your middle name too, because they sure keep asking me that shit. Finally figured it out. I didn't put Deja Lease. I didn't put Deja apostrophe Lease. It was just Deja the whole time. I've been watching videos for 40 minutes. Where the fuck is a test? I need a test, man.
A. Parishes and municipalities may require annual permits and fees from dealers holding state permits under this chapter. No parish or municipality shall require a permit or fee, except for establishments located within their territorial limits. No parish or municipality shall require a
I gotta
permit
take
or fee
these
for
tests
any
so I
commercial
could
airline which is issued a
deliver
permit
alcohol
as a
for
liquor retail
Spark.
distribution center. B. Parishes and municipalities requiring permits and fees may furnish the Commissioner with a certified copy of the ordinance levying them and may require him to collect the permit fees under rules and regulations. The Commissioner shall remit the amount of such fees collected by him quarterly to the parishes and municipalities for which collected, after deducting 2% for collection costs.
It looked like that blue line moving though. I'm almost at the end.
C.
Look at this
The
shit,
fees
bro.
charged shall not exceed $500 per year. D. Those jurisdictions requiring a person to obtain a license in order to sell or handle beverage alcohol shall not require such person to obtain a new permit due to his change of employment until the original permit has expired. This provision shall not apply to those persons employed as bartenders. E. When a person obtains the required local wholesaler's permit to engage in business as a wholesaler of beverages of high alcoholic content, he may do business in other municipalities or parishes, and these municipalities and parishes shall not impose a tax or license of any nature on him to do business within their territorial limits, unless he maintains a regular branch of his wholesale business within their respective limits. Please see your parish or municipal ordinances regarding leaving the premises with alcohol and any other parish or municipal specific ordinances. This section shall be known and may be cited as the Prevention of Youth Access to Tobacco Law. It is the intent of the legislature that enforcement of this section shall be implemented in an equitable manner throughout the state. For the purpose of equitable and uniform implementation and application of state and local laws and regulations, the provisions of this section shall supersede
I know what your name
existing or
is.
subsequently adopted local ordinances or
That's
regulations.
just when they asked
which
me the
relate to
security
sale,
question.
promotion,
That's
and
not what I put in
distribution
there.
of
I just
tobacco
put
products.
Deja.
It is the intent of the legislature that this section shall be equitably enforced so as to ensure the eligibility for and receipt of any federal funds or grants the state now receives or may receive relating to the provisions of this section.
I'm getting
It is
mad.
unlawful for any manufacturer, distributor, retailer, or other person knowingly to sell or distribute any tobacco product to a person under the age of 21. However, it shall not be unlawful for the person under the age of 21 to accept receipt of a tobacco product from an employer when required in the performance of such person's duties. At the point of purchase, a sign in type not less than 30-point type shall be displayed that reads, Louisiana law prohibits the sale of tobacco to persons under age 21. It is unlawful for any person under the age of 21 to buy any tobacco product. It is unlawful for any person under the age of 21 to possess any tobacco product. However, it shall not be unlawful for a person under the age of 21 to possess a tobacco product under any of the following circumstances. 1. When a person under 21 years of age is accompanied by a parent, spouse, or legal guardian 21 years of age or older. 2. In private residences. 3. When tobacco product is handled during the course and scope of his employment and required in the performance of such person's duties. Laws pertaining to tobacco. Penalties for selling or buying. A person who violates the provisions of this section by selling or buying tobacco products shall be fined not more than $50 for the first violation. The penalties for subsequent violations shall be a fine of not more than $100 for the second violation, a fine of not more than $250 for the third violation, and a fine of not more than $400 for any violation thereafter. Possessing tobacco products under 21. A person who violates the provisions of this section by possessing tobacco products shall be fined not more than $50 for each violation. Signage requirements at point of purchase. A violation of the signage requirement at point of purchase shall be deemed to be a violation by the owner of the establishment where the violation occurred. For the first such violation, the owner shall be fined not more than $50. The penalties for subsequent violations
Yeah, I did like
shall
2
be a
of them
fine
earlier
of
this
not more
morning,
than
but I had to come cut
$100
my
for the
yard.
second violation, a fine of not more than
That's why I'm getting mad, because
$250
I'm
for the
tired
third violation,
and these
and a
motherfuckers
fine of
playing.
not more than $500 for any violation thereafter. Civil penalties, RS 26917 and 26918. Sale of tobacco products, alternative nicotine products, or vapor products to a minor by a retail dealer's agent, associate, employee, representative, or servant shall be considered an act of the retail dealer for purposes of suspension, revocation, or assessment of civil penalties, unless all of the following conditions exist. 1. The employer requires employees to attend a commissioner-approved seller training program. 2. The employee actually attends the training program. 3. The employer
I'm
does
thinking
not
maybe I
directly
just got
or
one test
indirectly
left,
encourage
because
the
that blue
employee
bar
to
is
violate the
moving.
prohibited sales provisions of this chapter. The Commissioner may, in lieu of, or in addition to revocation or suspension of a permit issued under the authority of this chapter, impose the following schedule of fines to be paid into the State Treasury. 1. For a first offense, not less than $50, but not more than $500.
They keep saying the same
2.
shit, though.
For a second offense, which occurs within 2 years of the first offense, not less than $250, but not more than $1,000. 3. For a third offense, which occurs within 2 years of the first offense, not less than $500, but not more than $2,500.
I can skip all these bitches, but I'm scared I'm going to skip them. And then they be like, yeah, man. Oh, man. Ooh, JoJo finna make some dirty cabbage. Ooh.
Samples, RS 1491.6. Under LA RS 1491.6 and federal regulations, no one may distribute promotional samples of any tobacco, alternative nicotine, or vapor products to anyone under 21 years
How many
old.
what do I need?
Convicted violators
I just
of these
need to
provisions will be fined a
fill this
minimum
blue
of
bar up.
$100 to a maximum of $500. Vending
I got a
machines.
pass with a
In order to prevent
70%.
persons under 21 years of age from purchasing or receiving tobacco products from vending machines, the sale or delivery of tobacco products through a vending machine is prohibited unless either 1. The machine is located in an establishment to which persons under the age of 21 are denied access. 2. The machine is located in facilities where the dealer ensures that no person younger than 21 years of age is present or permitted to enter at any time, and the machine is located within the unobstructed line of sight of a dealer or a dealer's agent or employee who is responsible for preventing persons younger than 21 years of age from purchasing tobacco products through that machine.
It is unlawful for a vending machine operator to place in use a vending machine to vend any tobacco product automatically, unless the machine displays a sign or sticker in not less than 22-point type on the front
Hopefully
of the
it
machine
is just
stating,
one test left.
Louisiana
Then y'all
law
can help
prohibits
me
the
out.
sale of tobacco to persons under age 18, or words of similar meaning. A violation of the signage requirement for vending machines shall be deemed to be a violation by the owner of the vending machine. For the first such violation, the owner shall be fined not more than $50. The penalties for subsequent violations shall be a fine of not more than $100 for the second violation, a fine of not more than $250 for the third violation, and a fine of not more than $500 for any violation thereafter.
Signage requirement, LA RS 1491.8. It is unlawful for a vending machine operator to place and use a vending machine to vend any tobacco product automatically, unless the machine displays a sign or sticker in not less than 22-point type on the front of the machine stating, Louisiana law prohibits the sale of tobacco to persons under age 21, or words of similar meaning. Penalty. A violation of the signage requirement for vending machines shall be deemed to be a violation by the owner of the vending machine.
They don't even sell
For the
cigarettes
first
in
such
vending
violation,
machines
the
no
owner shall
more,
be
bro.
fined not more than $50.
Them was the
The
days.
penalties for subsequent violations shall be a fine of not more than $100 for the second violation, a fine of not more than $250 for the third violation, and a fine of not more than $500 for any violation thereafter. According to Louisiana law, in order to prevent persons under 21 years of age from purchasing or receiving tobacco products, alternative nicotine products, or vapor products from self-service displays, the sale or delivery of such products through a self-service display is prohibited, unless the machine is a vending machine, as defined in RS 26910, that complies with the terms and provisions of that section.
Who want to take a shot with me? Somebody shot with me. I need somebody to take a shot with me. My boy say he fresh out. There we go. There go that poppage. Fuck it, I'll take it. Shot of water. Yeah, I knew what you meant. That's that hurt. You see that line getting little, y'all.
Penalty. A violation of the signage requirement for vending machines shall be deemed to be a violation by the owner of the vending machine. For the first such violation, the owner shall be fined not more than $50. The penalty
They just keep saying this shit.
shall be a fine of not more than $100. For the second violation, a fine of not more than $250.
I've been taking
For
this
the third
test
violation,
4
and a
hours
fine of
and
not more than
52 minutes
$500
total.
for any violation thereafter. Internet sales. According to RS 47872, no person who is engaged in the business of selling or distributing cigarettes may ship or transport, or cause to be shipped or transported, cigarettes to any consumer in the state. The provisions of this section shall apply, regardless of whether the person engaged in the business of selling or distributing cigarettes is located within or outside of the state. Penalties, RS 47877. Except as otherwise provided in this section, a first violation of any provision of RS 47872 shall be punishable by a fine of $1,000, or 5 times the retail value of the cigarettes involved, whichever is greater. A second or subsequent violation of RS 47872 shall be punishable by a fine of $5,000, or 5 times the retail value of the cigarettes involved, whichever is greater. Any person who knowingly violates any provision of RS 47872 shall for each such offense be fined $10,000, or 5 times the retail value of the cigarettes involved, whichever is greater, or imprisoned not more than 5 years, or both. Any cigarettes sold, or attempted to be sold in a delivery sale shall be forfeited to the state and destroyed. Acts prohibited.
Oh, it slid
Chapter
up a lot on
26,
that one. I
911.
needed that.
No
It
person,
slid up a
agent,
lot.
associate, employee, representative, or servant of any
So it must
person
be just
shall
one
permit
test
any of the
left.
following acts to be done on or about any premises which sells or offers for sale tobacco products. Sell or serve tobacco products over the counter in a retail establishment to any person under the age of 21, unless such person submits a driver's license, selective service card, or other lawful identification which, on its face, establishes the age of the person as 21 years or older, and there is no reason to doubt the authenticity or correctness of the identification. Violate the terms and provisions of RS 1491.6
Oh
relative
shit,
to
I
the
fucked y'all
unlawful
up, huh?
distribution of tobacco products. Violate the terms and provisions of the Prevention of Youth Access to Tobacco Law under RS 1491.8.
Let me just move him out of the way just so I can get this going.
Violate the terms and provisions of this chapter or any rules or regulations promulgated by the office pursuant to this chapter. Accept Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP, electronic benefit transfer cards as payment for tobacco products, in violation of the provisions of 7 U.S.C. 2011 et sec, and any federal regulation issued pursuant thereto. Illegally sell, offer for sale, possess, or permit the consumption on, or about the licensee's premises of any kind or type of controlled dangerous substance.
Fuck it. 2Cam Sam. Like at Circle K it's $3.29, but at Sam's Club it's like $3.07 or something like that. But before this war, the shit was at $2.19. Hey, this is pretty cool right here. This is the camera I should have
No
had, so
retail
it looked like
dealer
I'm
shall
looking
purchase
at it.
tobacco products for resale, except from a
Okay, yeah, I'm
wholesale
finna get
dealer
a test
operating
now.
with a valid, unsuspended wholesale dealer permit, except as provided for in this chapter. No wholesale dealer shall sell tobacco products for resale except to a retail dealer operating with either a valid registration certificate or a valid unsuspended permit. Any tobacconist at a particular retail outlet may purchase tobacco products for such retail outlet from any manufacturer, wholesale dealer, or other supplier, if such dealer has a valid unsuspended certificate or permit, or other supplier. Tobacconist at a particular outlet means a retail dealer engaged in receiving bulk smoking tobacco for the purpose of blending such tobacco for retail sale at a particular retail outlet where 50% or more of the total purchases for the preceding 12 months were purchases of tobacco products, excluding cigarettes. No wholesale dealer shall sell to a retail dealer, and no retail dealer shall sell to the public single cigarettes. No individual package of cigarettes shall be sold or distributed in individual packages containing fewer than 20 cigarettes.
That's cold.
No smoking tobacco intended for use as roll-your-own smoking tobacco for cigarettes shall be sold or distributed in individual packages containing less than 0.6 of 1 ounce of smoking tobacco.
That's fucked.
No cigarette or smokeless tobacco product shall be sold to the public except in an unopened package originating with the manufacturer, bearing the health warning required by federal law, and evidencing that the applicable tax under Chapter 8 of Subtitle 2 of Title 47
I feel like this shit
of the
right in my
Louisiana
mouth and it's
Revised
too loud.
Statutes of
Is it too
1950
loud,
has
y'all?
been paid.
For $2.90? Damn, I can't wait to see $2 again.
Laws pertaining to vapor products and e-liquids. Compliance checks. Like alcohol compliance checks, tobacco sellers may also receive a compliance check to identify establishments that are selling tobacco to minors. Compliance checks are unannounced visits to establishments by 2 undercover agents and a trained, underage operative.
Yeah, I just paid $3.29 to fill up so I can start my day off with a full tank tomorrow.
Compliance with alcohol and tobacco laws.
Cool, it's going by quick, y'all. In what city or town did your parents meet? San Francisco, goddammit. Oh, man.
The Louisiana Department of Revenue
It's
Office of
getting
Alcohol
littler,
and
y'all.
Tobacco
Look.
Control issued an emergency declaration to address the public safety concerns relate to nicotine and vapor products. Legal vapor products.
That shit probably like
frequently
$4.50,
involve
$5
the
in
formulation of an e-liquid,
Cali.
a substance that does not include cannabis or CBD and may or may not contain nicotine. These e-liquids are intended to be vaporized using a vapor product and then inhaled. Any person who sells vapor products by retail, wholesale, or vending machine must first obtain a permit for each place of business and each vending machine. Places of business in which alternative nicotine and vapor products are being stored or her agent at all reasonable hours, and records and documents related to permit holders. Refusal of inspection is grounds for suspension of a permit and other penalties. Manufacturers of these vapor products may not sell in the state of Louisiana without authorization from the Office of Alcohol and Tobacco Control. Authorization is valid for a period of 1 year. There are extensive safety requirements.
Oh, yeah, it's
that must
getting
be met
little.
for the sale of
It
vapor
gotta just
products,
be one
including a
test left,
child-proof
bro.
cap with child-resistant effectiveness that meets the standards put forth in the Federal Poison Prevention Packaging
Y'all like
Standards
this one
and
better
tamper-evident
or the
packaging.
other one?
Wholesalers who do not
This
meet
one.
these requirements may have
Over
their
here.
permits suspended or revoked. The sale of alternative tobacco and vapor products to individuals under the age of 21 is strictly prohibited. Age verification according to the identification methods described in Lesson 5 must be implemented. Retail dealers may choose to accept digital identification or require physical identification. Self-service checkouts may not be used to purchase
Yeah,
vapor
2003 to
products unless the customer
2006.
submits
Yeah,
valid
that was kind
identification
of
to a clerk.
expensive.
For all online sales, manufacturers and wholesalers
Matter of fact,
must
Deja
perform
was
age
born in
verification through an
2003.
independent,
Shit, I'm
third-party
old, bro.
service.
Man, Deja birthday in a few months. What's she gonna be? 23 or 22? What's this? 2026? Damn. Paris, you finna be 23 or 22? 23. Fuck.
Health risks of tobacco. According to the Center for Disease Control, CDC, the consumption of tobacco products is associated with extensive health risks, not limited to their addictive nature. Smoking and the use of tobacco products causes damage to nearly every organ system in the human body. In fact, it is the leading cause of otherwise preventable death. Some diseases and conditions associated with tobacco consumption include asthma, cancer, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, gum disease, heart disease, and stroke. Smoking and the consumption of tobacco products can also have
do it like
adverse
this
effects
too,
on pregnant
y'all.
women and on people with pre-existing health conditions. The health risks associated with the consumption of e-liquids and vaping are only now beginning to be understood, but many leading medical schools like Yale and Harvard are now suggesting that inhaling e-liquids causes damage to the lungs. For more information, see the Surgeon General's website on e-cigarettes, which focuses especially on their harm to youth.
I'm just bored. I'm sick of this test shit, bro. So I'm just doing shit. 2 minutes.
The Louisiana Lottery Corporation Law is established in the Louisiana Revised Statutes, Title 47, Sections 9000 through 9081. Louisiana Revised Statutes 479070 provides that it is illegal to sell lottery tickets to persons under the age of 21 years.
Baby, what you got in
Any
this crock
person
pot
who knowingly
thing?
sells a lottery ticket to a person under the age of 21 years, if convicted, may be fined not less than $100 or more than
What you got in there?
$500 for the first offense, and not less than $200 or more than $1,000
What you got in
for
there?
any subsequent offense. It is illegal for any person
You're not
under
going
the
to the
age
store?
of 21 years to purchase or attempt to purchase a lottery ticket. Violation is punishable by a $100 fine.
Call her.
Louisiana Revised Statutes 4790.
I need some dirty cabbage,
provides
man.
that
You
a
got me up
lawfully
in here
purchased lottery
starving now
ticket
for
may
some
be
dirty
given as a
cabbage.
gift to a person of any age. However, it
Oh,
also
that's
provides
weird
that
as
any
fuck,
prize
bro.
won by the recipient of
I
the
could have
gift
gave you the
ticket who is
motherfucking
under
money.
the
That's
age of
stupid
21
as
years
fuck, bro.
must
I
be
told you I
claimed by
could
an
have gave you
adult
the
member
money.
of that person's family, who
God
is
damn,
21 years of
bruh.
age or more. Violation of any portion of the lottery law is also an administrative violation and can result in the suspension or revocation of a retailer's lottery license. The Louisiana Lottery Corporation Law does not establish a minimum age to sell lottery tickets. However, the Louisiana child labor laws prohibit persons under the age of 14 from working in retail establishments. Accordingly, minors under the age of 14 may not sell lottery tickets. All Louisiana Lottery Corporation advertisements, brochures, and tickets bear the message, "If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-749-2673. A person may call this number and receive information on where to seek help for gambling-related problems.
Shit is weird as fuck.
A. 1. No lottery retailer and no agent, associate, employee, representative, or servant of any such person shall sell a lottery ticket to any person under the age of 21 years, unless the person submits any of the following forms of identification which establish the age of the person as 21 years or older. A valid current Louisiana driver's license which contains a photograph of the person presenting the driver's license. A valid current driver's license of another state which contains a photograph of the person and birth date of the person submitting the driver's license. A valid current special identification card issued by the state of Louisiana pursuant to RS 401321 containing a photograph of the person submitting the identification card.
Please wait for what? What's the fucking problem? I'm trying to get done, bro. Shit is stupid, doo-doo dumb.
One, no lottery retailer and no agent, associate, employee, representative, or servant of any such person shall sell a lottery ticket to any person under the age of 21 years, unless the person submits any of the following forms of identification which establish the age of the person as 21 years or older. A valid current passport or visa
We almost
issued by the
done,
federal
y'all.
government or another country or nation
I might as well
that
try to
contains a
finish tonight
permanently
because I
attached
really want to
photograph
cut
of the
this
person
shit off.
and the date of birth of the person submitting the passport or visa. A valid current military or federal identification card issued by the federal government containing a photograph of the person and date of birth of the person submitting the identification
You know
card.
what? I'll do this.
Two, each form of identification listed must on its face establish the age of the person as 21 years or older, and there must be no reason to doubt the authenticity or correctness of the identification. No form of identification mentioned above shall be accepted as proof of age if it is expired, defaced, mutilated, or altered. If the state identification card or lawful identification submitted is a duplicate, the person shall submit additional identification which contains the name, date of birth, and photograph of the person. A duplicate driver's license shall be considered lawful identification for the purposes of this paragraph, and a person shall not be required to submit additional information containing the name, date of birth, and picture of the person. In addition, an educational institution identification card, check cashing identification card, or employee identification card shall not be considered as lawful identification for the purposes of this paragraph. Any person who knowingly sells a lottery ticket to a person
Ooh, look
under
where we
21
at
years of
now. We
age
on the
shall be
edge,
fined
y'all.
not less than $100.
I'm gonna be
nor more than
mad
$500
if I don't
for
even
the
have to
first
take
offense,
another
and
test.
for each
Cause this
subsequent
my
offense,
shit ain't got shit to
not
do with
less than
tobacco or
$200
lottery,
or
bro.
more than $1,000. It is unlawful for any person under 21 years of age to purchase a lottery ticket. Whoever violates the provisions of this subsection shall be fined not more than $100. Any person apprehended while violating the provisions of this subsection shall be issued a citation by the apprehending law enforcement officer, which shall be paid in the same manner as provided for the offenders of local traffic violations. Please take time now to read your specific parish and city regulations regarding alcohol.
Fuck. Dude, what? Damn. 11% left on this bitch. I need a charger. Do I gotta do this? Let's see. Uh-oh, begin lesson. Where's my little C to C, bro? it die? It shouldn't have died. Did my mic die? Yo. Yup, it died. Man, that 11% went by quick. This motherfucker died quick on me. Is it not charging? There we go, now it's charging. So I guess y'all gotta hear me out of that. I might sound kind of far, but let me cut this on. Okay. We in like Jen. Alright, y'all, let's do this shit, man. I need some help. Where y'all at? Y'all here? Yeah, I might as well get a job, bro. I might as well open up. Fuck. I might as well open up a fucking a thrifty liquor. Don't start this shit, bro. I just cracked me a bottle. I ain't even cleared the neck yet. What's camera I'm on? Oh shit. I fucked the camera off. Hold on, let me cut that off anyway. I don't need it following me. There we go. Shots up. What that boy got that double cab going, crypto? This shit right here is, I'm getting sick of this. Oh shit, I don't even remember this. It say what's the maximum, not the minimum. Any of y'all remember what the maximum fine for the first offense of operating a vehicle while intoxicated? Was it 300? I'll come back to that one. Which of the following things is a clue indicating that an ID is fake? Shit, all of these. Yup, OBS. I'm finna fail this shit. Which type of permit authorized sale of sealed alcohol containers prepared for transportation and consumption off the premises? Fuck. I'm finna be toe up. I'm not finna go back and watch all that shit. We just watched like 50 minutes. I don't even. I'm gonna just guess 30. I probably got one right, y'all. I got 2 out of 5. God damn. This was your first attempt. You are allowed a maximum of 2 attempts, after which you will need to retake the lesson before attempting this again. God damn. For the first offense, yeah, that's Toya, where your chat GPT shit at? Class B. There we go. Okay, there we go. Fuck it, chat GPT. This the last one, bro, so I'm not doing this. Within how many days after you get hired must you pass? I put 30. It's 45. Change the thou wow. B, pinholes. Then I put that Chat GPT a motherfucker. Oh, cheating ass. I'm not doing this shit again, bro. Hey. Oh man, I'm gonna take a shit. What's the last one? What should you do if your suspicion is aroused by bumps and tiny holes on a person's driver's license? Call the police. Oh no, ask for a second piece of ID. 5 out of 5. There we go. Good looking out, chat. Begin final exam? You are required to take and pass a final exam. Please, there are a total of 25. What is the best approach? And I got 90 minutes left, bro. What is the best approach when dealing with a person in the defensive reactions level of an abusive situation? In Louisiana, what is the best approach when dealing with a person in the defensive reactions level of an abusive situation? A. Use empathy in framing your reactions. B. Directive approach and set behavioral limits. C. Use physical intervention. Or D. Ask that they accept responsibility for the consequences of their action. B. Why is they doing this? next one. In Louisiana, which type of law holds alcohol sellers responsible for harm that intoxicated or underage patrons cause to other people? A. Dram. B. Negligence. C. Liquor liability. Or D. Premises liability. Dram shop law. This shit is stupid, bro. In Louisiana, a young man walks up to the bar to order a drink. You observe him. What is a possible sign that he has already consumed alcohol? A. Calm demeanor. B. Glazed or bloodshot eyes. C. Excessive politeness. Or D. Over tipping. I mean, I could have answered that myself too. I don't know why I even wasted my time, but you know what? We finna ace this bitch. In Louisiana, what is the first identifiable behavioral level in the development of an abusive situation? A. Anxiety. B. Defensive. C. Physical aggression. Or D. Confusion and embarrassment. In Louisiana, what is the first identifiable behavioral level in the development of an abusive situation? A. Anxiety. B. Defensive. C. Physical aggression. Or D. Confusion and embarrassment. My anxiety. In Louisiana, generally states recommend that you card anyone who looks to be under the age of A. 18, B. 21, C. 35, D. 40. I think it's 35, ain't it? 40? Bro, I hope you ain't getting me wrong, chat. In Louisiana, what is one of the penalties for a fourth or subsequent offense of operating a vehicle while intoxicated? A. 6 months imprisonment. B. 2 years probation. C. 2 years imprisonment. Or D. 2 years suspended sentence. Damn. What y'all laughing at? In Louisiana, whose permit is at risk if I sell to an underage person? A. Mine. B. The owner. Or C. A and B. Probably C. Yup. In Louisiana, 5 standard drinks are metabolized in about A. 1 hour, B. 3 hours, C. 4 hours, or D. 5 hours. I think it's 5 hours. Oh. I didn't send it, so he heard what I said at the end saying, I think it's 5 hours. He put not quite. Your instinct is close, but the standard responsible vendor answer is 3 hours. Oh, man. Oh man, that shit is funny. In Louisiana, which of the following things is your responsibility? A. Helping patrons get over a hangover. B. Arrange safe alternatives transportation for drunk customers. C. Refuse to serve alcoholics. Or D. Make sure patrons don't spend too much money. That would gotta be B, I think. Yeah, it's B. I only got 82 minutes left on this, y'all. In Louisiana, which of the following is not a sign that someone is experiencing alcohol poison? A. Rapid breathing. B. Vomiting. C. Cold, clammy skin. Or D. Seizures. Rapid breathing. In Louisiana, which of the following is not a factor that affects absorption rate? A. Alcohol content of the drink. B. Speed of drinking. C. Individual metabolism. Or D. Personal tolerance. Personal tolerance. Oh man, I'm a mess around. Technology code. Hey, I might have to pay for Chat GPT, bro. In Louisiana, what percentage of the U.S. population drinks alcohol? A. 25, B. 40, C. 50, or D. 70? 40% of America, or yep. In Louisiana, state laws mandate that the minimum legal age to purchase tobacco products in Louisiana is A. 16, B. 18, C. 21, D. Any age. Man, y'all counting how many I did already? What is absorption? A. Alcohol soaks into the surface of the skin. B. Alcohol soaks into the tissues of the tongue. C. Alcohol goes from the bloodstream into the walls of the intestine. Or D. Alcohol goes through the walls of the intestines and into the bloodstream. I think it's C. Not quite. C is incorrect. D. Alcohol goes through the walls of the intestines and into the bloodstream. Not quite, Damon. Oh man, this is cool. In Louisiana, when checking IDs, which of the following is not a question to ask yourself? A. How old does the customer appear to be? B. How is the customer dressed? C. Does the customer appear confident? Or D. Why does this customer look familiar? Is it B? Not quite. The correct answer is D. We'll check it ID. Oh shit. I ought to fail this shit, y'all. This shit is scandalous. Fatty foods are best for slowing down the rate of alcoholism absorption. True or false? Is it true? False. Fatty foods does not best Shit. Man, he talking about not helping me no more or something. New chat. Start a new chat. All right, there we go. In Louisiana, how many identifiable behavioral levels are there in the development of an abusive situation? A, 3, B, 4, C, 5, or D, 6? Yeah, they talking about I'm on the free plan. Ooh, B4. It's saying, you're using a less powerful model until your limit resets at 11:50 p.m. Upgrade to get more. Fuck. Man, how many questions in am I, y'all? You think I should trust him? Go to Gemini. I don't have Gemini on my phone. I got it up here though. God damn it. The correct answer is they say that sellers are responsible for harm caused by drunk. They say that sellers are responsible for harm caused by drunk patrons. Man, y'all ain't counting how many I did already. God damn it. The crime of operating a vehicle while intoxicated is the operation of any motor vehicle when the driver's blood level concentrated is .08, ain't it? I think I know that one. So I can skip through some of this shit. A counterfeit ID is intended to look identical to an official document, but blank is not authenticated. Y'all. Oh man. Yeah. Ain't nobody counting for. I know I did at least 10 or 15. Alcohol is a central nervous system depressant. Ain't it a depressant, y'all? State law mandates that the minimum age to enter a business where alcohol is the main thing sold is. A couple of these I'm going to just try to answer myself. Which permit is issued to fuck all that? This shit cheating. They're going to ask me 5 questions. Then they're going to ask me do the final test of 25. Class A General. Man, Gemini, you telling me A lot, bro. Oh, shit, that's him. That's him. 19 out of 25. That's 76%. Yeah, ChatGPT do that on purpose, y'all. Do that on purpose. Oh, you're on the free version. He might not be accurate. Yeah, right. Why wouldn't he be accurate? Silly motherfuckers. But he'll be accurate if I Oh shit. Tell us about your experience. The course objectives, including the required course time, were clearly stated in the beginning of the course. The information presented in the course was current and accurate. The course content was well written, easily understood. Yeah, I agree. The training provided in the course was relevant to my profession and will benefit me all over career. Yeah, strongly agree. The course media, videos, games, activities were well designed and enhanced. Yeah, I agree with that. The instructions for receiving completion credit and accessing my certification were clear. I don't remember. The course materials effectively prepared me to pass the chapter quizzes and final. Yeah. The overall value of the course met my expectations that I paid for. Yeah. The audio course narration improved my learning experience. Yeah. I would recommend a course to a colleague. Yeah. Submit. Thanks for submitting the course rating. Okay, now give me my certificate, bro. Would you like to hear about your experience? Nah, skip that shit. I need my shit. End of course instructions. Congratulations on successfully completing the Louisiana shit. Your completion record will be submitted to the Louisiana Office of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Bullshit within 10 days of the course completion. Once processed, you will receive your responsible vendor card by email. I get a physical card? Please ensure that the email address you provided is correct. Oh, no, it said, I'm tripping. I'll get it by email. Please do not hesitate to contact us should you have any questions. Thank you for choosing 360 Training. All right. You have successfully, download certificate. Hey! 628. Oh, it expires 627 30. I'm still taking a picture. Can I upload this shit into a PDF? For real? My bad. All right, so now what? Oh, it's a PDF document. Yep. Now, would I have to log into my account? Hold on. Louisiana certification. Upload. And they make uploading this so hard, bro. It was so hard for me to upload the last one. same. Oh, that's gonna fuck me up. Oh yeah. Yeah, let me do it like that. Where the certificate number at? Do it has a? I don't know, y'all. I don't see no certificate number, and I didn't. I uploaded the old one. God damn it, they finna boot me off the app. Fuck. Fuck, bro. Yeah, I messed up. Shit. I messed up. Shit, y'all. Yeah, but I did it. Oh, man, but I uploaded the wrong shit. I don't know how to take the screenshot from. Damn. So now I gotta wait on them to decline this motherfucker and then try it again. They make it so hard, bro. I think what I did, I took my screenshot and turned it into like a PDF or something. Oh, you know what? Let me go to my email. Shit. Man, I messed up. Okay, here we go. Completion certificate right here. So how do I get it to my photos? Oh man, this shit finna be terrible, y'all. At least I got it, shit. So now I just gotta figure out this in review. Ain't nothing I can do now since I accidentally sent the fucking old one. Shit, bro. It's just crazy, Sonny, because it's like with the old one, I had to like take it from my pictures, make a PDF, send it to a file. That shit was crazy. Honestly, how I got that shit done, I would never know. I just hope I don't get deactivated for sending the old one in. You know, they quick to deactivate me for bullshit. At least I can say I completed it. I ain't even got to do the food training one. Fuck the food training. Shit. Oh, man. Just hurry up and send it back as non-compliant. Express extravaganza 24 minutes ago. Is there any way I can log into my Spark account on the computer? Yeah, I got deactivated for the photo shit too. I come back from a 16-month vacation, and then boom, a couple weeks later they deactivated me again. I'm just glad I got back on. They're gonna be like, nah, that ain't gonna work, sir. Why they make it so hard, bro? I don't get it. I don't know why they make it so hard. That shit just don't make no sense, bro. They're like, nah, that ain't gonna work, sir. Why they make it so hard, bro? I don't get it. I don't know why they make it so hard. That shit just don't make no sense, bro. Nah, that ain't gonna work, sir. Fuck, man. I accidentally sent that shit too. I wish they'd hurry up and get it done. Cause I'm be laying in bed trying to figure out how to get that shit put in there, bro. So that way tomorrow I could get some alcohol orders. Them alcohol orders be paying pretty good. People ordering alcohol or wine and shit from Sam's. That should be paying good. You get more orders. Like sometimes I be around Muhammad and them, and they don't be getting no orders, and I'm getting orders, and they all alcohol orders. So it's a good $18 investment, but shit, bro. Bridgepoint Parkway, Suite 100, Austin, Texas. So that's where they at, Austin, Texas, huh? They say compress. Oh, y'all don't have it out there yet? Well, like when I go to Texas, I don't even need a license. They send me alcohol orders out there. It's just being in Louisiana, man. Delete all this shit real quick, bro. Yeah, it's just Louisiana, shit. Oh, man. Yep. I'm tired as fuck from cutting this yard in this 300 degree. I just wanted to get through this test, y'all. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. I appreciate y'all helping me pass this test. But I'm finna get up out of here, though. I should be live tomorrow doing some gig work, so I'll update y'all tomorrow and let y'all know what's going on, man. One love, one thug.